Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and I'm happy to have you here. Today we are unboxing. Friendly reminder, we don't support the Harry Potter fanfic to trad published journey right now, or really ever. I just think that it needs to stop. I don't think it's worth it. So the fairyloot romantasy is not in this video, will not be in this video, will not be on this channel, along with the, I believe, illumicrate July pick will not be on this channel. So sorry about it. I have zero interest, and honestly, the 2-star reviews, I'm not missing anything, and I don't think you will be either. I think you'll be completely content and okay not picking up these books. I'll say it. But with that said, let's jump in. I've got 3 owl crates, 2 fairyloots, and an illumicrate for ya. So we got lots to go over. A lot of more exciting books. I can't wait. If I open this owl crate and it is a Harry Potter fanfic published, I will be upset because I somehow would have missed that, and that would be really upsetting for me, because I would rather have not spent money on that, you know? So pray for me in this moment. Let's go. Okay, sorry. We're gonna start with the young adult owl crate box. I got so excited. So the first thing, we have a Raven Boys multi-purpose towel. It's cotton, hand wash cold, lay flat to dry. Who cares? So it says you can also use it for like a table runner or a throw blanket. I'm probably going to be using this as a beach towel, picnic towel, because I'm actually going to the lake this weekend, and so this will be perfect. And I'll use it for me and not the dogs. That often happens. Oh, it's got the cute little fringe. Okay, oh wow. This is so subtle. It is just blue with feathers. It's also very soft. Like, this is a really good, like, you have a house on the coast and like you want to throw a blanket, this is that feeling. It feels really nice, but not like too soft, not too scratchy. I appreciate this. This will be getting so much use this coming weekend especially. And then after that, maybe just like a nice little throw blanket outside or something. Next thing I'm seeing is maybe good, maybe not. We're gonna have to wait and see. Okay, we don't need to talk about how long it took me to strap this. That was really sad. So this is the Tree of Gondor Capped, designed with love by Hey Atlas Creative. We have a hat. I swear anytime, I just don't think I'm a hat person. I just don't think they look good on me. But she's cute. Austin might like this one because it's a little bit more subtle. And the back says, until the stars are all alight. Yeah, I'm not really like a hat person. I don't think that I can pull them off. I've never been a hat person though, so like it could just be me. But then I do it sometimes and I'm like, wait, but actually. But yeah, this will be my 3rd. And I really want to be a baseball cap girl. I just don't think I am. But that's okay. She's cute. She's very soft too. The next thing that I'm seeing says, the gods were moved, but none can break the ancient cistern's iron decree. Fate's transparent bookmark set. Immerse yourself in myth with a set of 3 beautiful transparent bookmarks inspired by the Moirai. Crafted with love, this set is perfect for adding a touch of fate to your favorite fantasy reads. I feel like I should know who these people are, and I just simply like have no clue. I'm assuming like the Fates is in Hercules Greek mythology, like the Fates maybe, but they're pretty. Very stunning women who I'll probably never put in a book, if we're being so honest. I don't typically reach for bookmarks with characters on them unless I'm reading that specific book, and even then I only need 1, but I get a set of 5s, but I love having character artwork. It's very complicated. And then we have the little pin. So this is the June pick. This is created by Layla Ashtar. Enchanted Elixirs. This one's inspired by Poison Study. It got put in upside down. That's okay. It is very cute. It says, you have poisoned me. Okay. I think those are butterflies inside. It's very cute. Very dainty. I like the aesthetics of it. But yeah, based on the Poison Study, which I have not read. I know I should. It's like one of the classics. And then the last, I think, item, it says, if fate is a bunch of strings, then I'll carry scissors. Okay. We're definitely getting some... Ooh! How cute! It's like a little origami swan. That feels, appropriate to wear at like a normal time. You don't really need... It feels very subtle, which I appreciate and like. Okay, and then we've got the book, which is A Forgery of Fate by Elizabeth Lim. This... 6 Crimson Cranes, that's right, that's who this is. I was like, the name of this author sounds so familiar. Cool. So I'm assuming that the bookmarks relate to this more so. The back says, "Fortune finds those who leap." It's looking like an underwater city, which is kind of reminding me of The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O, which is also a very good book. Oh my goodness, the spine, or the edges? Very cute, very cute. I had to just like double check that this was actually owlcrate because this feels like fairyloot or especially like an illumicrate book. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. With the edges and everything. And then the character artwork. Look at that. Ooh, okay. And then we have more character art, which is very pretty. I love the style of it. Okay, and then we have reversible dust jacket, which is very cute. Just, I like that they both have blue hair. That feels like maybe the norm for this place. I love that. Let's read what this is about. I didn't honestly know that this was coming out. I didn't know she had a new book. I have not read anything from her other than Six Crimson Cranes. And I honestly thought it was like okay. And I never continued. But I have the second book. And I also have been interested in Spin of Dawn. Yeah, Spin of Dawn. Spin the Dawn. Definitely intrigued in her work. So let's see what this one is actually about. It takes a skilled liar to paint the monstrous truth. Truyen Saigas didn't choose to become a con artist, but after her father is lost at sea, it's up to her to support her mother and her two younger sisters. A gifted art forger, True has the unique ability to paint the future, but even such magic is not enough to put her family back together again or stave off the gangsters demanding payment in blood for her mother's gambling debt. Left with a few options, True agrees to an arranged True agrees to an arranged contract with a mysterious dragon lord. He offers a fresh start for her mother and her sisters, and elusive answers about her father's disappearance. But in exchange, she must join him in his desolate undersea palace and paint a future so treasonous it could upend both the mortal and immortal realms. That sounds so fun. I do really enjoy the arranged marriage of convenience. I really am excited about this being set underwater. That feels so summer to me, which is perfect because we're in July. But also, it's just like, there's something about fantasy worlds set underwater that I eat up. Like The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea has such wonderful world building, just like the way that everything is told, and it's just so beautiful. And I have the same expectations for this. I think it's gonna be great. I am so excited for this. And also, like, a dragon lord, like actual dragons, do you think? Probably, because she has a dragon. That's like a full dragon. So yeah, dragons. I love that. Love this. That's great. She's so pretty. Okay, so now we can move on to the adult pick. And remember, adult is monthly. I also have a romantasy pick, which is quarterly. Okay, my camera battery died. We're praying that the first clip did not get corrupted. Okay, cool. So I just opened up the owlcrate adult, and it did not come in plastic. And I was like, that's interesting and weird. This has such a unique dust jacket that I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if you've ever seen those dust jacket protectors, as if the dust jacket was not meant to protect the book. Now we're protecting the dust jackets from damage, and so people put like that plastic over them. It kind of has that feel, but a bit sturdier, if that makes sense. Anyways, this is the Incandescent by Emily Tesh. This is her Dark Academia that I'm so excited for. I kind of knew that this was going to be coming. So excited for this. I have read an Emily Tesh in the past, and it was like so-so. A lot of people love it. It just wasn't quite for me. I'm hoping that this one is going to be for me. The back says, "This place is yours. It is alive. It is your powerful, and it is powerful, and it is yours." And like, look at the edges. Look at that shine. We love to see it. Oh, okay. She is a bit slippery. Oh, okay. So you can see better now. So it's one of the see-through covers. Like, that's my hand. And then we have the book itself, which is kind of not too soft, but smooth. But you can feel where the shiny parts are. I'm describing things really good. Ooh, I like this. Oh, the front says, "Let's summon a demon." Don't have to tell me twice. I love that in a book. I love a magic school. I'm so freaking excited for this. I hope to get to this sooner rather than later. She is a little bit chunkier than I expected. I feel like Emily Tesh might have written a novel, and I want to say it was a space opera. And I think we got it from illumicrate. Oh, everything's coming back to me. And I have not read it. That I know for sure. Haven't read it. Would like to. I just haven't gotten to it. for one reason or another. Mostly because I don't think space operas are really my thing. But I am really excited and happy to have this. Let me tell you what this is all about. Naomi Novik's Scholarmance series meets plain bad heroines in the sapphic dark academia fantasy from bestselling author Emily Tesh. Okay, so I have A Deadly Education and Plain Bad Heroines, and I have not read either. That could be a fun video where I read all 3 of these. Anywho, let's keep going. Dr. Walden is one of the most powerful magicians in England and the director of magic at Chetwood School. After completing her graduate thesis by binding a powerful demonic entity into her phoenix tattoo on her forearm, sounds so cool, she returned to her alma mater to teach. Now, her days consist of meetings teaching A-level invocation to 4 talented and chaotic teenagers, more meetings, and securing the school's boundaries for demonic incursions. Walden is good at her job. No, Walden is great at her job. When a new threat emerges in the form of a hired demon that has long waited patiently just beyond school wards, an entity known sardonically as Old Faithful, Walden and her colleagues, including the aggressively incompetent Laura Kenning, may be able to contain it. But demons are masters of manipulation, and Old Faithful is only the beginning of their problems. It's Walden's responsibility to keep her school with its 600 students and century-old legacy safe, and it's possible the entity Walden most needs to keep her school safe from is herself. I was not expecting, like, the perspective of an adult, and I guess it makes sense because it is the adult book, but I was expecting, like, adult in the sense of most dark academia, where it's, like, still young college kids, not a professor and a potential colleague, so a workplace romance, if you're into tropes. This sounds very good, though. I'm very excited. I was excited for this before I even really knew what it was going to be. I just love a dark academia. What can I say? I'm really into it. I do think that this dark academia shelf will be moving into my living room here soon, so we're gonna have 2 empty shelves for a little bit. So I need to buy more books, but I do think they'll look nicer out there next to my vampire shelf. Anywho, I'm really excited for this. I think this is gonna be really nice. I hope that the writing works for me, because this has been an author I've read from before and was like, yeah, about, you know. Okay, we get a map of the school, which I do love, and it sets, the first chapter is in autumn, so it might take us through the year, but this feels like definitely a book that I should be reading this fall. I'm excited to get to this. I hope that it's as good as I'm living it up to be in my head, but I am really pumped for it. Now we can jump in to the romantasy. I'm hoping for really good things. As we know, I love romantasy. I'll accept this. This is exciting for me. Oh, how fun. So I did not know about this book until my friend Eliza messaged me and told me about it on release day. And the only reason I know, like, why she felt the need to tell me is she really likes this creator on, I'm assuming TikTok, but she also posts everything on Instagram, so she does a lot of reels, and she is funny. She loves to mimic common tropes following female protagonists, being like, I'm just so special, like, I don't know what it is about you guys, but this is like my normal, like, I am the main character energy, and I love her, and I guess this is her, I think this is her second book. I think Ledge was her romantasy debut, but she writes romantasy books. And I didn't know that. I knew that she did fun social media content, but I did not know that she did this. So now I have her book, which is a Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen. I'm very excited. This is buttery soft, very smooth. Not like the softest, kind of like soft, but not buttery. There is the back, which says we could refuse to be their weapons. Very caged bird vibes going on, for sure. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, oh my goodness. The reverse side with the art. Like, okay, you're kidding me. That's stunning. They're so pretty. I love this. Okay, and then we have the book itself, which the front says, I'd be a fool not to ensure I have all my knives sharpened. And then the back says, there would be life after the fighting stopped. There was room for more. So yeah, you got little potions, a little cage, bird. Very cute. But what really got me, look at them. This is giving potential friends, like childhood friends, to lovers, which I love. Okay, letter. Signature page, you know the drill. And then on the other side, we've got this big old world. I'm really excited to see what this is properly about. I, again, was told that this was coming out. Book of the Month has their whole new romantasy subscription, so I guess they won't be doing romantasy on Book of the Month anymore because they have like the separate thing, and they did their first 4 releases, and this is one of them. And I was like, I don't want it that bad that like I want to do that, because Book of the Month has kind of been lately a little not great lately, a little yikes. So I didn't really want to support, especially because they were doing the Harry Potter fandom, and I just was like, I don't think I need to be there. I think I could support using my library for these books, but now I have a copy of one, and I can read to you what it is all about. All Nina has ever wanted is to become an artisan. All Patrick seeks is a craftsman revolution. Will they choose their greatest desires or each other? Nina Harrow and Patrick Coulson are only 12 years old when they are whisked from their disenfranchised mining towns to dazzling Bellavere City to test for magical abilities. Nina's lifelong dream is to become an artisan, a powerful elemental mage who fulfills the city's grand ambitions, while Patrick wants to reunite with his family of craftsmen in the mines. Together they discover a devastating secret. Artisans aren't born, but chosen. With this information, they part ways. Patrick returns home, while Nina finds her place as one of the rarest, most coveted types of artisan. When a craftsman revolution ignites years later, Nina is captured by Patrick's rebellion group, and he hasn't forgotten her. In fact, he needs her help for a mission that could shift the tides against Bellavere City, which she reluctantly accepts, battling the sparks between them. But when Nina's first love reappears, asking her to betray Patrick for the artisan, she faces an impossible choice that will determine the fate of their world. A love triangle? In my childhood friends to lovers? What is going on here? I think this is very sweet. It's not necessarily that it's too busy. I just don't know if I like the shade of purple. I think that might be it. Like, this particular shade of purple is like a little, to me. So I don't love the cover, but that's okay. That is exciting. I'm excited to see how I like that, and I probably will check out her other book, to be honest, because that's how parasocial relationships work. You see somebody on social media like 3 times and you go, well, I have to simply support them. There's no other way. So now let's jump into my fairyloot adult. So this month's theme is Echoes in the Earth. Oh, I should have seen this coming. I'm gonna look like such a fucking hater. So it's Bury Our Souls in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Should I hate this book for no apparent reason as much as I do? No. And I understand that I'm the problem. I know this is like one of the most popular books of this year. V.E. Schwab has always been very popular. I have not read a lot of V.E. Schwab, so I don't really have a proper informed opinion. I own Addie LaRue. I own Gallant. I own that trilogy with the Londons. You know what I'm talking about. A Darker Shade of Magic. There we go. I've read the first book with that, and I thought it was fine. I really liked Lila's character. She has stuck with me through the years. I have very memorable scenes from her specifically with other characters, but as a book and as a whole, I don't really care. Didn't stick with me. I want to give V.E. Schwab a try and like get into her works, but at the same time, like I don't super care. I didn't really have an interest in picking this one up. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. Some people really love it. A lot of people feel complex about it because it's a vampire story where you're getting multiple perspectives, you're getting multiple timelines. It's really following a toxic lesbian relationship over time and how it can influence people with like the glamour of vampirism. Plant-Based Bride did a very good video on this, and I've seen that as well as I've seen most people talking about this. I know what happens. So I've done goofed and shot myself in the foot. I don't know if I'll keep this. I don't know if I'm really going to pick it up. I know people loved it. I just don't know if I will love it. So I might get the audiobook, and if I enjoy it, I'll keep it. But if not, I might sell this. Because I just don't know, you know? But anywho, here she is. I do think I kind of like the original colors of the first, like the original cover. I like those colors a little bit more, but I do like the design of this. The back says, bury my bones in the midnight soil, plant them shallow, and water them deep. In my place will grow a feral rose, soft red petals hiding sharp white teeth. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's pretty. I understand the appeal. Vampires are so in right now, and I get that. Oh, here's an interesting take on the original cover. I'm used to the more blue cover, you know, but this is also fine. But I don't have strong opinions and feelings towards this like I think a lot of people do. I may just need to do like a dedicated reading vlog to V.E. Schwab and just read a bunch of the backlists and hope that I like it and see how it goes from there. Here's the same quote on the back of the book. Then we have beautiful character art, like stunning vampire, old time character art. I do really enjoy that. Interesting. It's kind of giving like Barbie or Scene or just, I don't know. I like the style. The colors are fine. There's just something about it that's kind of off to me. I don't know what it is. But anywho, do I need to read this one to you guys? I feel like you all know pretty well what this one's about, and I did explain, you know, a small snippet to you. This is a story about hunger. 1532, Santo Domingo de la Casada. A young girl grows up wild and wily, and Maria knows she can only ever be a pawn in men's games. So when an alluring stranger offers an alternative path, Maria makes a desperate choice. A story about love, 1827, London. A young woman lives a cloistered life in her family's estate until a moment of forbidden intimacy sees her shipped off to London. Once there, a beautiful widow offers Charlotte her freedom, but at what cost? A story about rage, 2019, Boston. College was supposed to be a fresh start. That's why Alice moved halfway across the country. Then, an out-of-character one-night stand leaves her questioning everything. Alice throws herself into the hunt for answers and revenge. This is a story about life, how it ends, and how it starts again. I will say, I have a lot of hesitancies going into this story just because of all the reviews. Again, if you've read this or if you have no interest in it, I highly recommend Plant-Based Bride's review of it, where she talks about a lot of the, like, women hating of a story that's, like, about women love and relationship and also, like, feminine rage, but still, like, kicking down other women. Like, it's just, it's a mixed basket for sure. So I don't know if I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna be so honest. It could go really well. I guess it depends on like the writing and if I like the characters. Again, that's the thing with V.D. Schwab. You have to like her characters, and if you don't, then it's just like no good for you. I think she's a talented writer. I think her prose is very good. The first sentence is, "The widow arrives on a Wednesday." So I just don't know. A little bit of a bummer. But that's okay. It's all good. But next up, the box I received yesterday. A very battered, slightly crushed and overstuffed fairyloot young adult. Another towel. What a lovely day. Maybe it's a blanket, but it looks like a towel. The Night in the Moth beach towel. Not me getting so excited over that. I love getting towels, which we got from Fairyloot last month, and this is very soon on my TBR to be read. So soon. I'm so excited. So now I have a little towel to go with it, which will be fun, because if I read it on my trip with this towel, oh, imagine. Do you see it? Do you get the vision? Does it look cool? It's kind of like a stained glass window effect, yeah? This side, the white side is very soft, where this side feels a little bit more towel. Still soft, still nice, very big. Love that. And then the next thing I see is the Poppy War plate, designed by @by_Madeline Designs. I don't use these plates. They're so pretty, and I do like them, but I get too scared to use them because I don't want to ruin them. How pretty. I like how simple this is. It very much fits the style and typical art that we get for the Poppy War, which I appreciate. Again, will I use it? Who knows? But she is really pretty. One of these days, I'm just gonna have like a charcuterie night with all my bookish stuff and be like, we're celebrating books tonight, everybody. The next thing that I see is Elias metal bookmark designed by @a_hollow_whim. Oh, it's a tassel. That makes sense. So here we have Elias. Who is Elias? I don't know who this man is. But he is fancy. And I like the little mask down here. That's a nice touch. Oh good. I have found our spoiler card for the theme of The Storm Within. Never lose your reading place with this metal bookmark featuring Elias from An Ember in Ashes. There we go. That's what I needed. Haven't read it yet. It is on the TBR. I will get to it soon. Hopefully. Very nice. I like metal bookmarks. I like how fancy they are. It's fun with the little tassel. Very nice. The next thing we've got Air of Storms overlays. And then the spoiler card is going to tell me the placement of them, which is very nice and very helpful. I love getting overlays. I think these are nice because it's a good way to have character art that doesn't have to go on the wall so it doesn't get wasted. Definitely some interesting vibes. It feels very Dune. That's the best way I would describe it. It feels kind of Dune-esque, which haven't seen, haven't read, but has that like dystopian vibe. Love a cat. Oh my god, his smile? He looks like he loved her so much. I love a guy who's a simp. And then last one. Oh, well, already done. How fun. So, I will put these in the book once we get to it. But I do love that. The next thing that we have here is character print. which, like I was just saying, I have a binder that I put these all in, like a photo album that we got from a book box at some point. So I kind of just put character art in there because I never know what to do with them. Because I'm not really I don't have a lot of wall space. And the wall space that I do have is mostly for the pins. Display the magic of Phantom with this foiled print featuring Ransom and Seraphina from The Dagger and the Flames by Catherine Doyle. Have not read it yet. Would like to. They look very nice. Very cute. I do want to get to this. I need to remember to prioritize that. And then I believe we've got the book, The Tarot. First, let's quickly talk about tarot, because they're gorgeous. Have we finished the collection? I feel like we finished a collection. I think we're on to the next. I think this is the next set, because I usually do different back designs. This month's tarot features Fox and Halden as the Fool card, and Blaze as the Magic card. The characters are from Heir of Storm by Lauren Hamilton Murray. So, as we know, that's going to be the book, but I think this is the start of the next collection, which is really exciting. And then, of course, we're gonna have the book, which I don't think sounds familiar. I could be wrong, but I don't think I know her. There she is. Very pretty. It's kind of giving a mix of Cruel is the Light and Air by Sabatir. It's kind of giving both vibes, you know? Love this color palette, though. It's so pretty. The back says, I am a girl who wove the storm that shook the world, and I am coming for my crown. Yes! Very nice. Very good. Yeah, this original cover doesn't look familiar to me either. She has a dog named Ziggy. I have a cat named Ziggy. Okay, and then, ooh, wow, this is so pretty. The book itself, like, that's so stunning. And then we come inside. We got proper storms. Ooh, this one's signed. And then we have an author's note. A ball scene. Oh my god, you guys know I love a ball scene. That's so fancy. Okay, so potential, like, love triangle, because you know that's the guy who looked like a simp for her. Interesting, intriguing. I can't wait to see what this is about. When Blaze came into the world, she almost drowned it. Blaze, a rain singer, is born into one of the most powerful fire-wielding families in the Empire. Her birth summoned a devastating storm that resulted in the deaths of thousands, and she has spent her life as an outsider, reveled and feared. When Blaze and her twin brother Flint are selected to compete in the Choosing Right, the trials which decide the future rulers of the Empire, she's suddenly thrust into the limelight and into battle. Threats abound at the Golden Palace, where intrigue and romance await with not one but two handsome suitors, the enchanting crown prince and a dangerously alluring newcomer at the court. As her powers strengthen, her fellow competitors fall. Throne is suddenly within her grasp, but in order to take the crown, she'll have to leave behind the stories that others have told about her and find the courage to write her own. This is kind of giving the Rose Bargain, but, like, sorry to say, in a better way. Haven't read The Rose Bargain yet. I actually really high hopes that I'm going to enjoy it. It's similar to The Selection and, like, Bridgerton. And I'm not gonna lie, I looked at this ball scene and in my head I was like, this kind of reminds me of The Rose Bargain. It does. And it's also maybe, like, Servant of Earth, depending on how the trials go. But I mean, any book with trials, that's not very generic, or that's not very unique. But hoping the trials are interesting. That's always hit or miss in books, especially romantasy type picks. But I love the idea of courting and balls and trials and, like, trying to gain power while also trying to maybe gain some love. I do adore it. It is something I really enjoy. That's a good pick. That's a really good one. I'm really excited for that. As much as I enjoyed the owlcrate stuff, I do think fairyloot items are a bit better. But let's see if... oh god, this is so much heavier than I thought. Let's see if the illumicrate can top it. So the first thing I see is Nested Soul. Is this a pot or is this a mug? It's a mug. Oh, pretty. I really enjoy this art style. I'm very curious who they are. But I like this color palette and kind of a stained glass window motif, but not quite. Oh, the theme, by the way, is Darkly Decadent. No, Decadent. I can read, don't worry. Nested Soul mug, art by Rosie Thorns 88. Oh, and this is based on The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. I do love that book. I would have never guessed this being The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. I will be honest, but I love that. Incredible book. I really should do a reread. It was so good. The next thing I see is the Saint Empire Spoon Rest. Spoon Rest. Inspired by This Ravenous Fate by Haley Dennings. That's so exciting. Our girl here, booktube darling. I have read it. The sequel is coming out, I think this October. So if you're interested, now might be the time. Oh, this is so pretty. So it just says Saint. It's a very subtle design, but still very like pretty and elegant. I really like this. I could see myself using this in the future, to be honest. I think I could. The next thing. Oh, I love this. This is so creative. Okay, so we have here, For What You Hunger recipe cards inspired by Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. I need to read that. This is so cool. It's like a little notepad, but you can write down your recipe, the ingredients, the cook time. I love recipes. I love to follow a recipe to a T, to cook things so they taste the same almost every time. But I really like how it looks, and then on the other side there's instructions to cook it. This is so cool. I do wish there was more. Like, just give me this, but like three of them. I just need more. I love this. This is maybe my favorite thing that we've gotten. I know that you're supposed to like tear them off of this, but if you could just keep them in here, that'd be so nice. This is my favorite thing. I love that. Okay, and this is The Darkness Within Picnic Blanket inspired by House of Hollows by Kristen Sutherland. It's got, oh, I just fucked up my hand. Okay, we're fine. It's like a canvas feel. Doesn't smell great, I'll be honest. You get the vibes? There's some skulls, flowers. Very much House of Hollow. I like that it's very portable. I should certainly go find like a park or a meadow or something and just like go and read outside. That would be nice. This one's tricky. This one's tricky indeed, beyond the fact that I can't get in. So here's the book, A Treachery of Swans by A.B. Poranek. I recently read this year Where the Dark Stands Still. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. It's a solid debut, and there were many things that I enjoyed in it, but I'm really excited to see improvements in this next book. But it's not the same original cover, and I love the original cover. It is so gorgeous, and I already have a feeling this won't have the reverse dust jacket of the original cover, which kind of makes me sad. But trying to separate it, this is still a very pretty cover. It is dark, but I really enjoy the art. I think it's gorgeous. No reverse dust jacket, of course. 'Tis fine. I get it. Here we have the actual book itself, which is gorgeous. Very excited. All I know about this is it's sapphic, and it's also a retelling of The Swan Lake, which, as a former ballet dancer, I do appreciate and love, and I love going to see ballets. So just overall fun. We've got an author's note and signature, and then we have on the other side, oh my god, can we just talk about how pretty. Again, a little dark. I do wish they would just lighten things, because obviously like printing isn't going to be exact. Still pretty. Very excited. Let me officially read to you guys what this is about so we all know. But I will say that the original cover is probably one of my favorites of this year, and I'm very excited to read this because I think the writing of Where the Dark Stands Still was good. There was just like a few character things and plot things. It definitely has a more cozy feel that I didn't personally enjoy, so I'm hoping this one has maybe a little bit more action or stakes. Magic has long been outlawed in Ariel. Odile has always known she'd be the one to restore it. Raised by a sorcerer, Odile has spent years preparing for the heist of a lifetime. It's perfectly simple. Impersonate a princess, infiltrate the palace, steal the enchanted crown, and restore magic to the kingdom. But when a king is unexpectedly murdered, she's forced to recruit the help of Marie, the real princess, and the two begin to unravel a web of lies and deceit that leaves Odile uncertain of whom to trust. Soon, though, Odile must decide her mission or the girl she's falling for. The fate of the kingdom depends on her making the right choice. Very simple, but I'm really excited. This is definitely shorter than I thought it was going to be. I'm not sure why. Probably because the other Swan Lake retelling, A Feather So Black, chunky. She's a chunky book. So maybe that's why I was thinking this one would also be comparable in size. But I'm really excited to see this author give us a sapphic story. It's strange that we've had two, not that close together, but still weird that we've had two Swan Lake retellings so like within a year. Not sure what that's about, but I do like it. So yeah, I am excited for this. This is one of my anticipated releases of the year, so I have pretty high hopes. I'm really hoping to enjoy this. I do wish illumicrate gave me the original cover on the dust jacket, similar to how Fairyloot does it, just because I love the original cover so much. But it's still very pretty. Solid box. Liked a mug. Love the recipe notes. I appreciate that they give us like kitchenware. It is helpful. Mine's currently storing in a box for future uses, but I definitely would like to take that blanket out into the parks or something. I think that'd be fun. Overall, I'm very pleased with the box that I got, and we have 4 face outs out of the 6 books, right? 2, 4, 6, yeah. 6 books that we got. I have 4 face outs, which means that I like the covers and I'm excited for the books. So, the order. Oh no. I think the order would have to go The Incandescents being number 1, most excited, followed by A Treachery of Swans, and then, oh, this is hard. I think following that, Air of Storms, and then probably, I think A Forgery of Fate. I really thought that maybe A Forbidden Alchemy, okay, you're so slippery, why? I really thought this might have been higher, but it's like, it sounds fine. Kind of forgettable though. But yeah, this isn't as high as I was expecting. Just because we got so many good picks this month, which I can't really complain about. As we already know, on the bottom is Bury Yours in the Midnight Soil. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. It's too long of a name. It's too long. It's too much. I simply can't. So here we are at the end. This is like my final ranking of the orders in which I think I'm going to like stuff. I am hoping at some point in this year, I'll do one of these rankings for you guys and then follow up with a vlog reading the books and seeing how true my rankings are. But I do think it'll be more fun to read The Incandescent alongside Plain Bad Heroines and A Deadly Education, because I haven't read any of them, and so I think it'll just be like a nice mishmash to read some books that have been comped to one another and see how they actually have similarities and if they fare good. Yeah, that's something I'm interested in doing, I think, this fall. So keep an eye out for that. That's really exciting for me, because these are all books that I've really wanted to read. But there you have it. We've unboxed the things. We've unboxed them all. I'm very pleased. I think that this was really helpful summary items, like having a picnic blanket and 2 bath towels or like beach towels. So helpful. Having a couple like kitchen things, always useful. As much as I don't necessarily need kitchen supplies as somebody who's lived in a home for many a years and won't be moving anytime soon. I don't have the use, but I see the value in young adult readers especially getting these kitchen items for their future homes and apartments, which I do appreciate overall. You can never go wrong with character art, bookmarks, page overlays. Those are always just like nice bookish things to have, especially bookmarks that you can use versatile with a lot of things, not just specific to one book. I also really appreciate character art when I have a place to put it. For now, a binder that I don't check or look at nearly as often as I should. But yeah, I do appreciate those things. Very excited about the new tarot collection starting. Yeah, all the good things, all the good things. I'm really pleased and happy with these unboxings. I did think that I would be getting a different book in this selection, and I think that means that it's coming in July, which sucks for me, because I was really hoping to read it this month. I have the ALC from Libra FM, so I could still listen to it beforehand, but I was hoping to have the book, a special edition of it. Hopefully I love it, but we will have to just wait and see come July. So I will see you guys in my next video or my next unboxing. If you only care about these and hang out for these, that's also cool and fine. Let me know if you've read any of these or if you have an interest in any of these. Honestly, let me know if I should even worry myself with Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. You tell me if you think I'll like it, and then maybe I'll check it out. Because I'm most hesitant for that one, but you tell me, because it's very popular. Everyone's reading it. You let me know. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in my next video very soon. Have a great day. Goodbye!